Hello to everybody out in Streamland. This is Rob Mariani. Over the weekend, I received the news that the legendary Bob Spooner has passed away after his long battle with injuries that he sustained on a wreck that happened on a snowy I-80 stretch of interstate, Christmas Day 2023. Now, as sad as it is to lose Bob, I'm actually so glad that Bob is liberated from his body, and this condition that he was in after his wreck wasn't Bob Spooner, and everybody knows that. And Bob Spooner is, not only was he my friend, but when we set out to create the American Trucker television series, I don't think anybody on the planet personifies the American Trucker spirit and that name more than Bob Spooner. The guy bought his truck brand new in the fall of 1960. It was a 281 originally, but over the years, Bob had modified the truck, but it still remained the same truck. And he traveled over 60 years in that Peterbilt and over 8 million miles. If you could just contemplate that and what that means, especially today in the landscape of trucking today, which is nothing even remotely close to resembling anything that Bob ever started out when he wanted to be an American truck driver. And it is my honor and privilege to have spent time with Bob when my good friend Brad Wyke and I bought the Convoy microbus from the Convoy movie, or we bought the 11 long-haired Friends of Jesus bus. And there's only one guy that we wanted to haul it from California over to North Carolina so we could begin its restoration, and that was Bob Spooner. And what happened was I documented that entire experience, and I've been working very diligently on this. It's really a full-length feature at this point, and I've yet to release it. And now, in honor of Bob's passing, this is the perfect time. And this is just a sample of it for you to take a look at some of the footage that we have. And we're working on a few sponsors and tightening up some legal things. But for the most part, Bob Spooner is going to live on, and he lives on in this documentary that I filmed with him in ways that I don't think anybody's ever seen Bob Spooner. And if you have had the fortune of ever meeting Bob Spooner, say at a truck stop or really anywhere, you'll know that Bob Spooner, one of the most gregarious, kind people you'll ever meet, but just the same token, a tough, rugged American truck driver that took no shit from anybody ever. And to do what he did, traversing the interstates for 60 plus years in that old Peterbilt, we'll never see the likes of another Bob Spooner again. And it just makes you reflect on who's in your life, who comes in and out of it, how do you treat people on a daily basis, and celebrate life, because life is absolutely so precious and finite. We've lost a legend. America, there's no doubt the interstates are sort of hollow today, knowing that Bob Spooner will never roll up and down the great United States of America any longer. But where he is now, I'm sure that he's just begun his new journey, and his spirit is free. We know that he's with Trucker, his best buddy. Hail to Bob Spooner. He checked every box, never met a stranger. He literally personified that statement. And if you were lucky enough to meet Bob Spooner on the interstates or a truck stop, and you guys know, and he just, no matter who was in front of him, he treated every single person the same. The guy was absolutely a legend. Proud to call him my friend. God bless you, Bob. God love you, man. Rest in peace, Bob Spooner. Enjoy this little teaser reel, because there's a lot more to come. If you've never met Bob Spooner, we're going to introduce you to him in this documentary. And this is just a sampling of what's to come.
It's hard for me to tell you what all I've hauled. I guess I've hauled everything. I don't know. Well, new drivers are just don't know. They just don't know what the hell they're doing, you know. Hit my satellite. And then with a dumbass standing right there backing me up. Well, I can tell you a little bit about it. I don't think they like me talking about it, but I hauled a deal to Vandenberg Air Force Base, 30 feet long and about 9 feet high, and they can turn it around and shoot a satellite down 150 miles out in space.
Our only purpose is to search for ways to reduce the danger of nuclear war.
This was what Reagan had designed to defend our West Coast. Hell, I've had them try to run me off the road. I've even had them shoot at me.
Show me where the bullet hole was.
Right here. There it is, right there. I got enough horsepower, I just blow this shit in the weeds. That's my best buddy. The easiest run was when I hauled out Apollo capsule that was burnt. They had it covered up. I guess it was burned. I never knew whether it was or it wasn't. But this guy was he was always my Saturday morning hero. You know, when I was younger, he was him and that damn rabbit. I got caught in a tornado with the other one. It took that UPS truck and like a bullet, it was gone. And it just turned me around and around and around 3 times. I had my .380 in my pocket. I said, well, I don't think that would be a good idea. He calls the cops on me. Yeah. I had Richard Petty's race car in that damn trailer, and we was going to Las Vegas for the SEMA show. I didn't have no pants on, I just in my underwear. I jumped up in there and took my .45. I shot that son of a bitch 7 times in the back of that trailer. You could hear the bullet hit every time, whap, whap. It probably cost me to do that. Oh, she was so jealous, it was unreal. So I wound up getting a divorce over. She left and went back to her mother after 43 years. Yep, I've had a longer relationship with that old truck than I have anything.
John, do you ever sit and think about what you've actually done for America?
Well, I would do it again. I'd love to do it again.